All right, guys, I'm super excited. I love this house, by the way. We're gonna look at this house, this kitchen, living, dining room. This whole thing is beautiful. I love this floor plan. We're gonna look at this one, and we're gonna look at two more also. We're gonna look at another 60-foot, two-story home down the street. And as I get out here, there's actually another 40-foot product just across the street that we're gonna look at. So we're gonna be looking in a few different price points. And that's what's so cool about this community is you get all the amenities, everything from the 300, high 300 price point, all the way up to you're pushing, you know, for partners and building a big custom home, you could be over $1 million on the lake in this community. And there's really something for everybody. So starting in the high 300s, we're gonna check out that one right here, which is by Highland Homes. I think we'll go into that one first, and then we'll check out these other two. But a little bit about the Highlands. So this place is amazing. We are in Porter, Texas. And it's kind of an up and coming community. So you got all the trees, nature. They just opened up the new amenity center. So you have a water slide, lazy river, resort style pool. You got a golf course on site. The lake, you can get out on the lake. The only rule with the lake is that you can't take any motorized vehicles on it, but you got the big lake over there. Just a ton of stuff, pickleball, tennis courts, everything you could want right here in the Highlands. But we're here to look at houses, so let's go ahead. Like I said, we're gonna jump into that first one over there at the Highlands. I'll see you over there. All right, so here we are. We're gonna check out this Highland home. Let me turn around real quick and kind of show y'all. So this is a 40-foot product, so it's a 40-foot wide lot. So these 4 windows right here would be your 2-car garage, and you can see you kind of have like a little patio right here on the outside, and then it goes to the inside. So when you're comparing, like, you hear say 40-foot lots, 50, 60, 70, 80, blah, blah, blah. That just means the width of the lot. So for example, across the street, next house I'm gonna show you guys, or maybe third one, and I'm not sure yet, but we're gonna go inside of this Ravenna home, and you can see kind of how wide that one is. You got your 2-car garage, you got another like office or bedroom over there on that side, and then same thing over here with that home. You just, you know, obviously the wider the lot, the bigger the home you're gonna be able to fit on. But anyway, let's go ahead and get inside of this one, and I'll show y'all what it's all about. Here, let me fix y'all here. So again, got your 2-car garage here. I actually do like this little front porch. I'm an outdoor person, so I love just kind of sitting outside. You know, you can see if you're sitting over here, this little chair, you can just kind of look out to your neighborhood, depending on what kind of lot you have and what street you're on. You know, you could have a nice little view out there on your front porch. But let's go ahead and get inside of here. So as we come in here, excuse me, so you have like your main living area, your kitchen, your dining room way in the back, but to the right, you're gonna have, this will be your garage door entry. So that'll be your 2-car garage in there. This would be the door, and then you're just gonna have your laundry room here. So the right-hand side of there, you can see a little bit of storage above. You'd have your washer dryer back there along that wall. You see where the water is here, then your little dryer plug. So washer dryer would be back there. Then you kind of have this additional little space over here. But if you were, you know, I'm standing in the garage now, so you would come in right here next to laundry, and then you have like a little coat closet here. But coming this way, kind of the main part of the home is essentially what we're looking at, right? So this is the nice part about this home. You got like these open railings up there into the game room, the open railings here on the stairs. And then the cool part with this floor plan, they actually built this one as a 4-bedroom. So right here, you're gonna have a bedroom with its own bathroom. And then in the back of the home, you're gonna have your primary with obviously your ensuite and stuff back there too. So downstairs, you kind of have like 2 suites, if you will. You got your main one and a little secondary suite. But we'll come through, kind of show you this whole living kitchen area first. You can see you got the big windows over there. Really nice use of windows, because like I said, you know, this is a 40-foot product, so it can feel a little bit tight sometimes in these homes. But you know, having those big windows up here, having it open up there to the game room, kind of just makes it feel a little bit more spacious. And then what's cool too, I really like this little island here, because it kind of gives you another like more casual dining area. So you have this island before you get into your main kitchen area, where you have this massive island here, and then your little dining nook on that side. You got this nice little bay window, little seating area on that window as well. So again, really nice use of windows in this house. You got those windows looking out there to the back patio, that covered patio, which is super nice. And then again, kind of a common thing you're seeing with a lot of these builders right now, getting away from like the white on white cabinets, white countertops, like all that stuff, and going with more of a more like natural wood look here. You can see like even like all that's an upgrade too, like doing the cabinets like that all the way up with the glass on top. And then you got a nice big 5-burner gas cooktop, which that's probably an upgrade too. And then you got your stacked microwave and oven. Then you have your pretty big, good sized walk-in pantry here. So plenty of storage here in this pantry. And then we'll kind of turn around. I didn't even notice all that, but you got plenty of storage underneath this other little island too. And that goes way back in there. That's pretty nice. You got like the little soft close drawers right there. Actually, you got storage in this island too. Oh no, that's not storage. You got your little trash can pull out. Yeah, no storage underneath this island. I thought that was gonna be a little cabinet under there, but it's just your little pull out. But anyway, before we get into the primary, because I'm gonna forget, we're gonna go back up here and check out this other room that I was talking about with the little, what has a full bathroom attached. So to the right, you're gonna have a half bath. So actually, before we get into that bedroom, I'll show you this real quick. So really nice having this half bath down here. So if if you're entertaining, or you got people over, or you're just kind of hanging out downstairs, they don't need to go into this bedroom for that bathroom, or they don't need to go over there into your primary bedroom to use the bathroom. You have a half bath right here. So here is your first bedroom in this home. That is, I believe that's probably a queen size bed there. So you can see your closets right here. So you probably wouldn't want to have like dressers or anything on this side. So you really only have space for like a little side table over here on this side. And then just kind of show you this little angle from here. Obviously you got your closet. I'll show you that before we get out of this bedroom. And then you got kind of a big dresser there in front. And then the cool part, you have your ensuite right here. So again, kind of a little secondary suite down here, and then a super nice stand-up shower. So really, I really like this tile. I can't really, is it textured? Yeah, it's actually like wavy too. So the way you can kind of see it from here, but how it's kind of like wavy tile, really pretty. And then they got the black frame shower door. Kind of just adds a little more character. I think it's pretty nice. And then we'll check out this closet really quick. So more of a, I guess you could say, standard size closet. Really tall, so if you needed to stack stuff for storage up there above, you could stack some things up there. But more of a standard size closet in this room. And then we'll go around through here and check out the primary in the back before we go upstairs. So again, really pretty. Oh man, I just noticed these drawers too. I didn't even see that. This is like one of my all-time favorite things. We just remodeled our kitchen. Was that last year, 2 years ago? I'm losing track of time. I don't know. But we remodeled our kitchen and did that same thing. We put those drawers under here. It's like so much more storage space. Put pots, pans, like pot covers, all kinds of stuff under there. So it's actually really nice having that. I don't even think I pointed it out, but you probably saw it. You got this extra little kind of coffee bar station over here on this side. And then we'll get into the primary. So what I really love about kind of just Texas houses in general is, or maybe it's just Houston, I don't know. I've never really been anywhere else looking at model homes, but out here in Houston, they really, really focus on these primary bedrooms. So you can see how big this is. This is for sure a California king size bed. That dresser there is probably 2.5 feet or so wide. You got these big, you got the bay windows over here, which obviously you can see kind of gives you a little bit more space for this little seating area, little reading nook, whatever you wanted to use that space for. And then you can see here too. So like I said, you got a California king bed, and this dresser right here is pretty big. So you have this huge dresser and then plenty of space still to kind of walk in between here and get over into your primary. So here they did like the little barn door thing here. That's probably an upgrade. I doubt the house actually comes with that. And then on this side, Gonna have your tub, which I'm about to do a tub test in here because that thing looks way too small for me. So we're gonna get in there and check it out. But again, on this side, you know, you see they went with that natural wood look. You got your double sinks, nice big mirror, which is pretty. And then just to the right here, you're gonna have your toilet room. I always show you that stuff. There ain't nothing to see in there. It's just the toilet. Nice big walk-in shower here. But first, let's go ahead and check out your walk-in closet. So it kind of goes, you know, to the left here. You can see where you walk in, and then as I turn around, see it's much bigger on this side. So you have like this whole space, and then it kind of turns that corner just a little bit there. So a decent sized walk-in closet. What we're gonna do here, actually, we're gonna do a tub test and a shower test. But first, I really like this tile. That's super pretty. I like that green color. You know, you got that big window here as well. Let's set this thing up. We're gonna show you how big this little stand-up shower is in here. And we're getting that tub too, so here we go. All right, let's see. So I can't see, by the way, what this looks like. Let me turn you on one more time. There we go. So the camera's facing the other way, but I'm gonna get in here and kind of show y'all. Again, I'm, you know, 6 foot, again, 230, 240 usually. I always like when they put the shower heads tall. So that shower head's like 7 feet. You can see I'm not having to bend over or none of that. Plenty, you know, got elbow room in here too. I'm not hitting the walls. Decent sized shower. So I could fit in there comfortably, do what I need to do. This tub though, might be another story. Let's see. Let's go over here and we'll kind of zoom in a little bit on this tub so you can see. So again, if you're my size, I'm calling this the tub test now, y'all. So tub test, let's get in here. Oh yeah, this thing is way too small. I'm gonna break this stuff. Let's see. Oh, yeah, so you can see I'm pretty much just crunched up in here. Even that's as far as my feet are gonna go. While I was getting in, I felt like it's definitely deeper than one of the other ones we're gonna look at that I already went in, but still it's kind of short. So I'm kind of crunched up in here. So if you want a bigger tub, I would suggest, usually I think these standalone tubs, here, let me kind of turn y'all around and get myself in here. Let me zoom out so you're not right up in my face. Usually like the standalone tubs are like an upgrade anyway. So most of the time you're gonna have like the built-in tub, and usually those tubs are actually bigger. The standalone tub is just more of like an aesthetics thing. A lot of people just like having them that way because they think I think they look nicer too. It's really pretty. I like when you walk in there, you got the tile, the big stand-up shower. Just for somebody my size, not that I'm huge, a lot of people out there are bigger than me, but you know, I feel like I'm maybe average American, if you will. And you know, it's not the most comfortable thing, but anyway, I'm gonna flip y'all around. We're gonna go upstairs next and check out, you got a game room up here. Let me straighten y'all out. Here we go. So we're gonna go up here, and then the first thing you're gonna see is the game room. Right here, again, you got like the open railing staircase into your game room. Again, with the windows, man, windows all back here. You know, you turn around here, you got those big windows up there. You can see down here into your living room area, kind of see down into the kitchen as well. And for reference, before we get over there, you're gonna have 2 more bedrooms over there and a bathroom as well. But I just kind of want to show you this whole game room. Right when we came up the stairs, you have a little storage closet here. So you can have, you know, if this is a game room, I know in our game room, our kids have all their toys and games and board games, all their stuff. So you can kind of keep all that there in that little closet. And then as you come this way towards these bedrooms, you have a little closet here, but I'm gonna show you the bedrooms first. So you're gonna have your 2 bedrooms on that side, and then your bathroom over here on this side. So we'll go ahead into this furthest bedroom first. And here we are. So this one is actually, you know, fairly decent size, I would say. You probably got, that's probably a queen size bed there. They don't have a dresser here, but you can see you have plenty of space for a dresser and still kind of walk around in here. And I'll show you this way. You got your room for your side tables, things like that. And then they, as you probably saw, you got like this little shelf that they put here. So actually a pretty good size bedroom. For the size of this home, I was kind of expecting the bedrooms up here to be smaller than what they are. And you can see here, you got a nice little walk-in closet too. So you can walk in here and it's double-sided. So kind of, honestly, kind of pleasantly surprised on that bedroom. And then let's check out this one. This one actually pretty much just mirrors it. But you can see they have the dresser in here. So it takes up a little bit more space, but still plenty of space to kind of walk in between here. Then you got your 2 little side tables. You know, on that other one, they had like that big shelving unit right here. And then we'll turn around this way just so you can kind of get another view of this room and the closet, and see if this one's a walk-in also. Yeah, so basically this bedroom just sort of mirrors that other one that we just came out of. So 2 really good sized rooms upstairs here, especially for, you know, like I said, for the size of the home, the lot size and stuff. Those are pretty decent sized rooms. And then coming across the halls where you'll have the shared bathroom between those 2 rooms. So you're gonna have your double sinks there. And then again, you can see in the mirror here, but you have this door here for privacy. So, you know, if you got 2 kids living up here, or just 2 people living up here, you have your shower and tub combo, little washroom area here. Then you can close that door to get some privacy. So if someone's over here, you know, brushing their teeth, doing their hair, getting ready for school, getting ready for whatever, you know, they have privacy away from that washroom. And then just in between these rooms and bathroom, have a little Texas attic. So right there you can see you just have a lot of your duct work for your AC, things like that. So just in case you're wondering what's in those Texas attics, it's usually what they look like. And then over here, another storage area off of these rooms. So linens, towels, whatever, you know, you have that storage area. And again, as I showed you before, off of that game room, you have the storage area over here too. So pretty good storage in this house as well. And then we'll just go this way downstairs and check out the backyard, and then we'll get out of here. Actually, we'll talk about prices and then we'll get out of here. So we'll go out here, and this one actually has an extended covered patio. So keep that in mind too as we go look out here. This extension on the covered patio is not standard. But again, a lot of people love kind of their like outdoor living space. So a lot of people elect when they build a home like this to get this extended covered patio. As you can see, normally it would just kind of be right here. So you'd have like a little patio here, but extending that out probably about 10 feet or so. You know, obviously as they have it set up here, you can see, sorry, this is bothering me. I'm gonna pick this pillow up for them. We had a huge storm come through Houston last night. And same thing in my house. Actually, it's all wet. Look at that thing, just dripping wet. I'm gonna put it over here just so it's out of the grass. But anyway, covered patio. We had a big storm come through. My whole backyard's a mess right now too. I gotta get home and clean it when I'm done here. But just here, we'll turn around. And again, pretty decent sized lot here. And then as we turn around, you can kind of see how much character that sort of covered patio adds back there to this nice little outdoor living space on this Highland home. All right, so let's get in here and talk about pricing. Forgot to bring the paper out here with me before I came out here, but I have it right here in the kitchen. So, you know, again, I think for this plan, this is called the Everly. Reason I remember that is because my daughter's name is Averly. So every time I come in this model, this is actually the same model that they had on the other street before. So every time I think about it, I think about my daughter's name. But let's get in here and check these out real quick. So they're actually doing, before we talk about price, this promo right here. So they're doing a $399 year 1 fixed rate, year 2 $499, and years 3 through 30 for the rest of the mortgage $599 rate. So I don't know if you can see that. Maybe closer, bring it out. That's the promo they're running right now. So you get that rate buy down. And then pricing. So as I said, the Everly plan starts at $440, and you can see they have houses down to $353. So if you like this style of home, you kind of like the size and sort of like the coziness of a house like this, you're gonna be starting right there at the $350 range, going all the way up to about $450 for the most expensive one. And inventory right now. So let's see we have any Everlys on here. Elevation A, Bristol, Ellington, Carlton, Preston, Everly. There we go. They actually have one. Sorry, I should have done all this beforehand. But yeah, there's an Everly right here. They have listed for $499. So like I said, it starts at $440. That one's, they put about $60,000 of upgrades into that one. Honestly, once that becomes, that one's still being built, I think, but once that becomes inventory, they're way more inclined to get these things sold. I bet you that thing's gonna come down to once they're actually done building it and it becomes an inventory home that's just sitting there. But anyway, so all of that to say, starting on these 40-foot lots with Highland, you're about $350, going all the way up to $450 on starting price point. But as you saw, this Everly, they have one right now that's $499. All right, so we're gonna get up here into this house. Obviously, you know, this is the model home, so they always have like the front decorated. This would be the driveway right here, and then you would have your 2-car garage over there, and then looking inside, you have like office over here, bedroom. You'll see when we get in here this whole layout, but this one is really, really nice. I think it might be the same floor plan as the other model home that they had on the other street. But you can see right here, you walk in, you got the nice spiral staircase, the tall ceilings, big light fixture up there. And then the first thing to the left is going to be a little office in here. So they kind of have it set up as like a little office slash library, but you can see the really tall ceilings. Those got to be like, shoot, I would say at least 15 feet up there, super tall. And you know, you got the nice windows up here. If we come around this way, just kind of want to show you the angle from, you know, if you're in here, if you use this as your office or just like a little study or whatever it might be, library, kind of sitting here, you can see out there into the entryway. Then as you come out, you can see up there into that landing going up into the game room. Again, just kind of show you this staircase. You know, they did like all the accent wall and stuff around the windows, which is really pretty. And then we'll come out this way, and then I'll kind of just show you the kitchen, living, dining area first. But to the right, I'm gonna show you all that. There's another bedroom, bathroom, laundry room down there. Your garage entry will be over there as well. But just want to show you this kitchen first. So again, you know, just like I had a video last weekend, which was a much smaller home. They were townhomes that I did. But I'm really loving like the natural wood, you know, the darks. You got the dark, what's it called? Countertop here. You actually got storage underneath the island here, which is pretty sweet. A lot of times you don't have storage under there. Let's see, is it on this side too? Actually, yeah, you do have storage underneath the island here. That's actually pretty nice. So normally, sorry, I was just kind of being nosy there. I don't know if y'all care about that, but normally you just have like nothing under there. So it's nice having storage all around this massive island. So you can see you got 4 bar stools up here, huge. You got your pendant lights hanging down. And then coming around this way, I'll show you, you know, you got your oven, microwave stack combo, and then really nice 5-burner gas cooktop here. You can see this backsplash they use is really pretty too. It's like a textured, I think those are, I don't know if those are individual tiles or it comes in like a big square like that. They kind of look like individual, but I think it's just one big square. And again, you got the natural wood. Coming over here, I'll show you, you got a little pantry here as well. So nice big walk-in pantry, plenty of storage in there. And then just kind of look, I always like to do this little view here. So, you know, if you're hanging out in your kitchen, maybe cooking, doing dishes, cleaning, serving, you got a party going on, you know, you got people out here, you can open up those sliders out to the back. You can see up there into that landing area. And then you have this big dining room too. So there's no formal dining in this house, which I think is why they elected to have like a much bigger, like kind of casual dining, because this is your main dining area. You got the windows looking out there, the backyard. You got this glass door here going out to the back. Really pretty. Then you can come over here into the living room. I'll show you the living room in a second. I want to get down this hallway, which was back over here in the entry that I didn't show you yet. But coming down this hallway, like I said, you're gonna have a bathroom right here. But first we're gonna get over into this bedroom. So this is gonna be your first bedroom in this home. And I showed you when we were walking up into the house, this was that one on the right-hand side. So you can see right there out into the front yard. And then as we turn around here, just kind of want to give you this little view of the room. And this is probably, I don't know what size bed this is. I don't think it's a queen, but it's bigger than like a full. Is there something in between like a queen and a full bed? I'm not sure, but let's go over here, show you the closet too. So you got some nice built-in shelves there on this side. And then over here, just a few more rods and some shelving there. You can kind of see down there, you can sort of just step into this closet. So I guess wouldn't necessarily call it like a walk-in, but plenty of room to kind of go in there. And then right off of this bedroom, you have a bathroom too. And this bathroom actually goes over back into that hallway. So just kind of, let's go around this way and get into the bathroom here so you kind of get a better view of it on this side. So you got your single sink vanity, nice shower tub combo. And again, like I said, on these model homes, you know, they always do like the upgraded tile, upgraded finishes, hardware, things like that. So keep in mind, if you were to build this home, that tile up to the ceiling like that, that's gonna be an upgrade. Coming over this way, it goes into your laundry area. But right beside that, you have a little coat closet here. And then you got your nice big laundry room. This here would be like your garage entry. So you park in the garage, you would come into the home right here in this little laundry area. And then what's super cool too is it's connected to your primary bedroom walk-in closet here. So you got a huge walk-in closet. And like I told you, you come back this way, you kind of have, I'm in the garage now. So this would be coming in from the garage. You got like a little drop-off area here. Then your washer dryer, kind of some more storage, a little bit of space over here on this side as well. And then I'll show you the primary closet when we get over there, but we'll go ahead and come back around this way, show you this living room. So you got your fireplace over here. I'm a fan of like the old like gas or wood burning fireplaces. I think you just get more kind of character with those. This one, in my opinion, I guess looks a little funny because it's kind of small and like up high. Not too sure about that, but that's what they went with. But you can see you got like big accent walls, things like that. And again, keep in mind, this is the model home, so this would just be all basically white drywall. So none of this stuff would be here, but still really great way for them to kind of showcase these homes and the potential that you could have when building one of these floor plans like this model. And we'll go over here into the primary and then we'll go upstairs. So coming in here, this thing is huge and really pretty. So again, you got the high ceilings in here, probably I'd say about 12 feet. Then you got like all those windows up there, a few more up here, just a ton of natural light coming in here. And then check out all this space too. Like from this dresser is pretty big. That's a California king size bed. So just to kind of reference, I mean, you've still got plenty of space for your little dresser side table there. You can see the bed doesn't really look huge in here. Again, that's a California king bed. You still got your space for your dresser on this side. And then, you know, you can see over there into the ensuite, which I'll show you in a second. And again, you know, you come in this way, you have a little seating area, a couple more little stools back here on this side. So really, really huge primary. And they got that nice light fixture up here. And then coming into the ensuite, so you got the double doors coming right into here. So you're gonna have your one sink on this side, and obviously you can see this one has like that little vanity area. And when we turn around here, this one, you know, you got your other sink and it just kind of has some more countertop space here. And then what's super cool, what I love is drawers. I love drawers everywhere because I feel like you get so much more storage out of it rather than just like, you know, these you can kind of put things on the bottom, but then there's a whole space, you know, in between that isn't filled. So I really like having those drawers over there. And then coming this way, get into this nice tub. Not sure if I would fit in there. I might do that. I might start calling it the tub test. I'm gonna get in there in a minute and show y'all if I fit in there or not. But let's check out this shower first. So nice, the shower is actually really big. So let me turn around this way. You can't see me in the mirror or anything, but you know, you can see where I'm standing here. Still plenty of room to walk around, get out there. Time for the tub test. I'm gonna set y'all down over here and let's see if we can see if I fit in this tub. Let's go here, zoom in a little bit. There we go, let's check this out. So I'm gonna get in here and do the tub test for you guys. Again, for reference, let me sit this way. For reference, I never take baths because I never fit in these tubs. And you can see why. I always feel like scrunched up. The water never comes all the way above my knees. I can't put my legs out any further. So if it were me, or if it's you, and you're about my size, I'm 6 foot. Right now, I think I'm like 240, 235, around there. It's just not big enough for someone that size. But if you're like my wife, for example, takes baths all the time. She's like, I think she's like 5'7", 140 or something like that. She's probably gonna be mad that I said that. But if you're her size, she loves taking baths, and she would probably fit in that one pretty comfortably. So there you go. That's the tub test from me. Going over here, you have your little, actually let me straighten y'all out here. It's your little toilet area here. And then going over here into your walk-in closet. So again, you got, I always think it's funny when they put these poles like way up at the top here. That's like, it's gotta be like 9 feet high. So I'm like, I don't know who's getting way the heck up there, but you know, if you can reach it, you got plenty of stuff up there. And then you got your built-ins here, nice big walk-in closet. And then like I showed you earlier, it actually connects right here into your laundry room. So we'll come back around through the primary. That's everything downstairs. And we'll go upstairs. And then after we finish upstairs, we'll come back down and check out this backyard too, and the covered patio back there, which this house comes with that covered patio, I believe. I'll have to double check on that, but let's go ahead and get upstairs. So you got, again, you saw the nice spiral staircase when we came in. Kind of want to show you, you know, as you're coming up here or coming down the stairs, you can see right there into your living area, or not living area, the entryway. And then on this side, you can see over here into your living room, see into the kitchen, those huge windows out there, just super, super pretty. And you also have, see if this is open or not. Yeah, that's locked. But that would be just like a Texas like walk-in attic. So you probably just have like some storage space in there. And coming this way, this is my favorite part about this entire house and this floor plan, is this game room. And then it's open up into this media room. So personally, I think it's super cool because you can, like, you know, obviously they have a little table set up here, but if you have a pool table, maybe ping pong, you got your foosball here, people are kind of just hanging out. You know, you might have some other people up here watching a movie or something, you know, just kind of like, or if a game's on, whatever it is, you know, you're watching a game, you got people hanging out, you know, just doing your thing up here. I really like that it's open. A lot of times it'll be separated. You might have a door or something, but I think it's really cool having it set up like this. And then just for reference, before we go that way, you're gonna have a couple more bedrooms and a bathroom over here on this side. So you got bedroom here, bedroom there, and a bathroom right here to the right. So we'll go ahead and start to the left here in this bedroom. So you can see they kind of have it, you know, they got the little rainbow sky ceiling in here. Actually, the way they set it up is a cute little room. I had my daughter and my son with me a couple weeks ago, and we were doing a YouTube live in this house, and didn't really work out. There's like no service out here, so it kind of was a fail, honestly. But point being, my daughter loved this room. She was like in here looking at the little doggy over here and the ceiling. She thought it was like the greatest thing ever. And coming over here and show you this little closet. So again, kind of a little sort of step-in closet here. And then if you're wondering, everybody always asks, that's another like little attic space through there. So you probably just have maybe access to a water heater or like AC ducts or any AC equipment. You have access through there. And then we'll go across the hall into this bedroom. So you can see, here, let me move this door out of your way so you can get a better view of coming into this room. So again, this might be like a queen size bed in here. So this room's actually a really good size. I know it's always hard to tell from these videos, but that might be a queen bed. You know, you got your little dresser, side tables here, still some space on both sides of these. And then as we turn around this way, you can see they got a taller dresser there, and then you're gonna have your closet in here. So very similar. I'll turn this light on for you guys. So very similar to that last one. And everybody always asks too, these boxes here are like your low voltage. So like your Wi-Fi, cable, telephone, like all your low voltage stuff coming into the house is in that box. But everyone's always asking me like, hey, what was that thing in the closet? That's what those are for. But turning back around, and then the cool thing too about this room, that bathroom that's right there off the hall, you actually have access to it from this bedroom as well. So you kind of gotta, you know, that door is blocking it a little bit, so you gotta kind of make sure that door is closed. And then again, you know, you can see that door over here being open blocks this door as well. So it's kind of a little tricky setup in here. It is nice that you have access. And then what's kind of cool too is we go in here and flip this light on for y'all. That's the fan, that's the light there. So you can see here, nice big shower tub combo. And then you have this separation too with this door. So like say for example, you know, you have someone who uses this bedroom here that I'm standing in now. They're over there in the shower. You know, say you have another kid who's over here in this bedroom and they need to brush their teeth, do their hair, you know, whatever the case may be. They have, again, those doors. I just hit that door. So I'm not a fan of that setup. Probably would have done one of these, maybe this one over here, like a little pocket door or something so they don't smack each other when they're in there. But anyway, that's probably what I would have done. Point being, what was I talking about? Yeah, someone over here can be brushing their teeth, doing their hair, whatever. The other person can be there in the shower or the little washroom area and have their privacy too. So kind of nice there. And then coming back out here, we will go downstairs and look at the backyard. So again, coming down here, you know, you can see, again, right here into this nice entryway. And then the backyard. Actually, I'm gonna open up these sliders for you guys. These are always like one of the top requests from people when they're building a house from scratch, is getting these sliders put in if you have it in the budget to do so, because they are not cheap. They actually, you know, they have to like frame this whole thing to like carry that weight and stuff. So it's a big undertaking, which is why they're usually pretty expensive to get these sliders put in. But again, everybody loves them. Super great. You know, they did a little outdoor kitchen here, or outdoor grill, a little sink, nice big covered patio. And then coming out here to the backyard, this is kind of a more standard lot size, so which is kind of nice on model homes. A lot of times they put them on cul-de-sacs and they have like massive backyards that, you know, you may not get a backyard like that, but this one's, you know, pretty standard. They got it really nicely landscaped, but just kind of want to show you the back of this home. You know, that was your primary there. Huge, nice, big covered patio right there. That was like your little kitchen dining area. Super beautiful home right here by Coventry. All right, so as we head out here and get down the street to the next house, let's talk about the pricing on something like this one right here. So this floor plan is called the Richwood. They don't have any like inventory ready built homes of this plan, but it starts at $599. So when you think about, normally you add about 10% in upgrades. That's usually what I see most people do. So you're gonna add another 50, 60 grand or so to that price. So for something like what we just walked, similar, maybe not all of the updates that they have in that model, they probably have over 100 grand of updates in there. You're gonna be looking around that 640, 650 range once you're done with something like this. And they also have, I wanted to show you or tell you guys, another plan that's actually bigger than that one. They had at 665, they dropped it to 599. Another one, 3,700 square feet, they had at 655, dropped it to 585. So you can kind of get an idea of something like that. Basically, gonna be right around that 600,000 price point. All right, guys, so like I mentioned, they're still building a lot of these model homes. So we got construction going on behind me, which is kind of loud out here. So we're gonna go ahead and get in this one. Again, this is a Ravenna home. I love the outside, call it the elevation. So you hear people say elevation, all they're talking about is the exterior kind of style of the home. Thank you, have a good one. So yeah, I love the elevation on this one. you can see I'll turn y'all around real quick and we'll get inside of this thing and check this one out. So again, you can see right here, this one's built by Ravenna. We'll get to pricing and things like that as soon as we're done walking through here. So again, really, really pretty. This is one of their more popular floor plans. So as soon as you come in, you see you got the high vaulted ceilings, or not vaulted, but you got the tall ceilings. It was probably about 12, 13 feet, I would say. And then really, really wide entryway here too. So it doesn't, even though it's kind of like a long hallway, it's not really narrow. So it feels very inviting. And then this here is the big part for me, the big deal. I love this whole kitchen. You have your big living room back there. You have a little dining nook here, but you still have like your formal dining over here on this side too. We'll walk through all the details of this stuff, but I just kind of wanted to show you like coming into the home, what that looks like and feels like. And then coming back this way, we'll go towards the entry, and you're gonna have so what they did on the model here is they made a study little office area. This would normally be a bedroom. So the model here is gonna be a 3-bedroom. Normally this plan would be 4 bedrooms though, and this would be your 4th bedroom. But you can kind of see here, you know, as an office or study or whatever, it's actually a really, really nice size. You got like, they put the little glass doors here, and then coming across the hallway, you're going to have your little half bathroom right here. So kind of nice having this half bath up here towards the front of the home. So again, like I always say, if you're entertaining, you know, you got people over, they don't need to go to like the bedroom area to use the restroom. They can use that half bath. And then coming down this entryway to the right, you're going to have another bathroom. So normally, actually good to know. So let me back up here and show you. So how I said that would normally be your 4th bedroom. So that would be walled off, and you'd have your hallway here. And then going that way, that's how you would get into that bedroom. And you would have bedroom, bathroom, and then 2nd bedroom over here. So these 2 bedrooms essentially would share this bathroom. Just to kind of give you an idea of how it would be set up normally without having it set up the way that they have this model home. So really nice shower tub combo there, single sink, and then we'll go over here into this bedroom. So this is technically, I guess, since we're in the model and it's only 3 bedrooms, this is the 1st bedroom that you would see here. And then you come around this way into your little kind of a step-in closet, not a huge closet, but still plenty of space for put your things in there. This bed's got to be like a twin size bed, so pretty small. But this room itself, I don't even know if y'all care about it when I talk about this kind of stuff, but that's what I think of every time I'm in a room. I'm like, is this realistic, right? Like, would my kids fit in here? You know, if my mom came to visit and I had a big queen bed in here, would she be comfortable? You know, stuff like that. So I think even if you had a queen size bed in here, you still have room for your side tables, you know, nice little dresser over here. Again, there was plenty of space for walking around. On this side, you know, you can probably put another dresser or TV up on the wall, something like that. So again, decent sized room. And again, sorry if y'all don't care about all that stuff, but it's just what I think about as I'm walking through these homes. So you got that nice little kind of coat closet, and then you got more of like a linen closet with all these shelves here on this side. And then again, we're still in the entryway, so we haven't made it into the main living area yet. And then going back across the hallway from this bedroom, you are going to have another bedroom way down there, but I want to show you this laundry room first. So you can see here, you'd have your washer over there, dryer over here. You got your overhead storage cabinet, and still plenty of room on this side. You know, if you have dogs or just pets or whatever, you got plenty of space in here for storage or anything else you need to put in this laundry room. And you have like this little mudroom area right here too. It's kind of like a little drop area, mudroom. This would be the garage. So you would enter in right here from that garage area. And then you have another really, really good size bedroom here that has its own bathroom. So again, in this one, you know, I'm seeing it a lot. We're seeing a lot of like multi-generational living, and having like a secondary suite is a really, really big option that I get requests for right now, is finding a home with a secondary suite. People have, you know, parents, in-laws, brothers, sisters, cousins, adult kids, whoever, you know, you have, just always nice to kind of have this extra space and sort of extra privacy, really, for someone to have their own bathroom right here attached to this room, which is a really, really big room. So that's like a queen size bed. You can see you got plenty of room to kind of walk around. This dresser's massive right here too in person. So it's kind of giving you an idea. And then a nice walk-in closet here. So really nice kind of secondary suite. And then as we go back this way, the camera seems a little wonky. We'll come around, and now we get into your main living, and then you're gonna have your primary in the back too. So I'm gonna check out this kitchen first. Actually, let's go around like this so you can see this massive island, kind of like wraparound island bar top thing. It's almost like a restaurant in here. This thing is huge, man. Then you got your storage underneath that island there. Then just look at all the storage. So storage all underneath here. Really beautiful. I kind of like the two layers here. So you can have people sitting up there, adds just more additional like kind of entertaining, dining, more like casual eating area along this whole bar top. You got that big sink. They have the KitchenAid appliances in here, just so much countertop space. They come over here into your pantry. So nice big walk-in pantry. Again, you got your KitchenAid appliances, your oven, your microwave above it. Super tall ceilings too. So you can see they actually have like the additional cabinets overhead, and then there's still space to the ceilings. You probably got, I would say 12 foot ceilings in here. Again, plenty of storage. You got this huge, nice KitchenAid 6-burner cooktop. And my favorite, you have the drawers underneath here. So your pots, your pans, all your stuff that you have a heck of a time trying to store somewhere else. They store really, really nicely with those drawers under there. And then we'll come around this way. You have kind of like a little casual dining nook over here. I've actually seen this set up as like a seating area, a little reading nook also, which you can do because as we turn around, which I kind of showed you earlier, you have a dining room over there. So you can, actually you can do either or, because this would be a really cool like sitting library, kind of just like reading nook or whatever you want to use it for. Would kind of be cool because you're kind of tucked away back here. So whether you want to use this as formal dining or something like that. But yeah, and then we get back over here. Got those huge sliders going out there to that covered patio. Really, really big living area. Nice fireplace with that mantle. You know, they ran that tile all the way up to the top. I wish you could get a visual or a feel for how big this is, but you got like big couches here, just so much space in here. Just, this is kind of like an entertainer's dream right here is this floor plan. It's definitely one of my favorites. And then we'll get over here into your primary. This thing is sweet, man. So it is huge too. You see you got the kind of the tray ceiling. They added those beams in there as an upgrade. And then this is huge. This is probably a king. This isn't a California king. So you got about a king size bed here. You can see all that space you got around. And it looks right there into your primary where you have that big soaking tub. And all the windows, you can see how it's kind of like has that nook back there. So that dresser fits way back there, just gives you so much more space. These big windows looking out to the backyard. Got that one there looking out to that patio. And then let's get in here and check out this primary. So this thing, I love that tub. I actually might fit in that tub. We're gonna do a tub test here and try that one out. We'll see if I fit in there. But as we turn around, you'll see you got your sink there. That little sink has a little vanity area. Again, more windows here in the bathroom, letting in so much more natural light. You got your other sink area here, and then your shower here. So nice. Big, you can see it turns all the way down over there. Really nice shower area. Then as we turn around here, let's check this one out. We're gonna do the tub test again here and see. Let's see. There we go. See if I fit in this one. This one does look way bigger than those other ones. Definitely longer. Oh yeah. There we go. That's actually the first tub I've ever been in that I fit in. I would use this thing. You can see my legs are down low. That's real nice. I'm not, I'm comfortable in here. So there you go. If you want a big tub that you can actually fit in, Ravenna is gonna get you one. That'll work out for you. So cool. Usually I don't fit. I'm actually surprised and excited that I fit in that tub. Let's go ahead and go around this way. So you're gonna have, again, more windows over here, and then you're just gonna have your little kind of, why is this thing all crooked? Your little toilet area there. And then we get over here into your walk-in closet. So nice big walk-in closet over here. And then you can see, like, to my left right here, you have like your shelves on that side. Let's turn around this way, give you a better view of that. And then we'll come out around here and check out the backyard. And I think that's it. We looked at everything. This is a 1-story home, so I don't gotta go upstairs here. But again, with this one, you're gonna have the huge sliders too. So just like that other one, the Coventry home that had those giant sliders, that's beautiful, man. You open those things up, you get access back there, you're having a party, whatever. You got all your people hanging out in here, people hanging out over here in your kitchen area. Get out here into your big covered patio. You can see they got a, what was that, 6, 7, 8 seat table here, a couple more chairs on that side. And then, you know, nice little, this is kind of what the Highlands is about too, man. You got all the trees everywhere. You can hear the cicadas. If you didn't know, we have a ton of cicadas out here in Houston. So just kind of, you know, really nice, quiet, quaint lifestyle right here in the Highlands. All right, pricing. Let's get back in here. And I'll close these sliders before I forget, because I will forget. But these things go really smoothly too. So you don't need to be big or strong and really like struggle with those things trying to open them and close them. Super smooth opening and closing those things. And let's get over here and check out these prices as we walk outside. So we have, we'll move this stuff from the Highland home that we were looking at. So we'll get to right here. So the model home starts at $557. So basically $558, that model home. Again, you know, you're talking about putting some updates into it, maybe getting it more, why y'all are moving around so much? Here we go. Maybe getting it more your style. Probably gonna be pushing that 600 mark for something like this. And then like you see here, we have some more floor plans from 2,400 to 3,300 square feet right here, from 589 on the low end. That one's 2,464 square feet. And you can see they just sold all these other ones too. So, you know, for reference, something like this, you're really gonna be kind of in that 550, 650. Maybe if you go all out with your upgrades and stuff, you're gonna be pushing even higher than that, probably into the 700s maybe. All right, so let's talk about location, right? I can show you great, beautiful houses all day long, but if you don't like the location, then it doesn't really matter. So let's get into this map real quick. And as you can see here, this is basically just Houston. Houston is massive, by the way. If you've never been here, driving around Houston takes forever. It doesn't look that big on the map, but it is a huge, huge city with a million different suburbs all mixed in here, right? But for the sake of today, we're talking about the Highlands. You can see right here, we are basically straight north of Houston, in between I-45 and Highway 69, which actually makes it pretty convenient for traveling. So you can get like down here to the airport super quick. You know, if you need to get over here to the Woodlands, you got Conroe. You zoom in a little bit right here, you got Kingwood, which is another really popular area. And then you can get into town multiple different ways as well. So if you need to get in and out of downtown, super convenient being right here. So let's go ahead and actually just map some of these areas real quick. So if you're at the Highlands right here, let's get directions to, you know, like I said, one of the main places that people love about this north side is the Woodlands. So again, it's 8 a.m. right now, actually. So at 8 a.m. kind of gives you an idea of like your day-to-day traffic. It is what, Wednesday right now? Wednesday at 8 a.m. You're 20 minutes right there into like the center of the Woodlands. So if you need to get to the Woodlands for work or play or whatever you're doing, you're 20 minutes to the Woodlands right here. Let's check going down to Bush Airport, right? So if you're going to IAH, We'll just click that North Terminal Road. As you can see, there's multiple ways to get there. Quickest one is 21 minutes. If you come this way down Highway 69, looks like there's a little bit of traffic here. That one's 25 minutes, 23 minutes if you take 99 to 69. So right there, about 20 minutes getting to Bush Airport. So I know a lot of people that reach out to me are planning on traveling a lot, either for work or just like us. You know, we moved from Southern California, so we knew we wanted to be somewhat close to a major airport, which is one of the reasons why we picked living right here in Kingwood, because we're, you know, you're 20 something minutes, we're 15, 20 minutes to the airport. It's super quick getting there. You know, and let's say you want to be, or you're going to downtown Houston for whatever reason. Maybe you're working downtown, maybe you're going down there for an Astros game, Rockets game, soccer game, whatever it is. You're 45 minutes into town. And as you can see, like I said, it's 8 a.m. on a Wednesday. So this is a really good time to be doing this. So you can see kind of traffic patterns or what's out there right now. So it's 51 minutes going this way. Looks like you got a little bit of traffic down here. Most of your traffic, honestly, just in Houston in general, is going to be kind of right here in this downtown loop. And before I forget, just to sort of tell you how these highway systems are set up, you have your 610 loop right here, which is your closest to downtown, obviously. Then you have your Beltway 8 loop. And then our biggest, newest loop is the 99 loop, which is why we're seeing so much new development, just like the Highlands, Cypress, Katy, all these different places are developing out here along this 99, because now it's so much easier to get around. People can kind of get in and out of town to work and play and everything else they got to do along this 99. And then you can see all of these highways. It's kind of like a big spider web is the way I've always thought of it, right? It's like you got your circles, and then all these pathways coming in and out. So kind of wherever you are in Houston, there's ways of getting in and out of town, and like multiple ways to pretty much get anywhere. So if you're going to be traveling, I always pull up the map wherever I'm going. I find the quickest route, and then I'm off on the road. So super, super convenient getting around. A lot of people are going to tell you there's a ton of traffic in Houston. Again, being from LA, Orange County area, traffic in Houston is nothing compared to LA, Orange County, and what I experienced there. And I've been here for almost, 7 years, going on 8 years now. So I can't imagine how much worse it is out there than it was 8 years ago before I moved. But here in Houston, if you're from LA or a place like that, if you're not from a major city, then yeah, the traffic's probably going to be bad for you. But if you're somewhere like LA, New York, I hear a lot of people from New York talk about how bad the traffic is there. Houston probably is nothing compared to those areas. So just kind of keep that in mind when you're comparing traffic. Other than that, man, let's see, we did downtown, the Woodlands, the airport. Let's kind of zoom in here. Let me exit off of this and kind of show you real quick just everything that's around. So what's really great about this area in general is you have, like I told you, you have the Woodlands Mall, which was about 20 minutes away. So all shopping, dining, that's kind of like your major, if you want like a fine dining restaurant, you want to go to like your high-end retail stores, the big mall, all that stuff is going to be right here at the Woodlands. Your more day-to-day things, there's a huge shopping center, as you can see right down the road, the Valley Ranch Town Center. This is all brand new. This has probably been the last 5 to 7 years that they've been building this, but this is like where, if I zoom in here, you have your Target, your Academy Sports, which is basically just like a Dick's Sporting Goods. It's a sporting goods place. Kroger, Hobby Lobby, Goody Goody Liquor, which is kind of like, we had a Total Wine in California. I'm not sure if they're everywhere, but it's basically just like a Total Wine. Again, your grocery store, your Target, James Avery, Bath & Body Works, TJ Maxx, Ross, Five Below, Burlington, Pop Shelf. Then over here, you got a ton of restaurants right here at this little highway. So a million restaurants. There's a Buffalo Wild Wings, Chili's, Gringo's Mexican restaurant. You got Chipotle, you got Jersey Mike's, you got a ton of stuff right here. There's a movie theater. They actually just announced that they're building like a big entertainment venue. So there's going to be like bowling, axe throwing, like an arcade, all kinds of stuff in like one big building that used to be a Sam's Club. So they're changing it. And if you can imagine how big a Sam's Club is, and they're putting like a ton of like kids activities and trampoline park thing, I think just a ton of stuff that's going on right here at this Valley Ranch Town Center. And actually, let's go ahead and map it so you can see. We'll just do Target, Valley Ranch. There we go. So you're 9 minutes away from there. So like I said, right down the street, and move my big head out of the way, but you're right there, 9 minutes away. And then going the opposite direction. So if we exit out of that, again, we're right here. these two communities, so you have Woodlands Reserve, which is another beautiful high-end community. You have Bender's Landing also, which is like big multi-million-dollar homes right here in Bender's. And then just across from there, you have a ton of more shopping, dining. You got Woodson's Local Tap. If I zoom in here, you got another Kroger, just another huge shopping center with a bunch of restaurants, things to do. A huge Bender's Landing, the Regal Cinema right here, which is a massive movie theater if you want to check this thing out. Super cool there. And then just down the road a little bit further, you have a HEB right here as well. More, you know, the Republic Grill, more restaurants, more things to do. So, you know, if you're going, actually here, let's do directions to there from, we'll say the Highlands. You're 7 minutes going that way. So you can see just how great and convenient of a location this is, being 9 minutes from Valley Ranch, 7 minutes from this big shopping center, 20 minutes to the Woodlands. You're about 20 minutes to the airport. Overall, really, really great location right here at the Highlands. All right, guys, before we go, I have one last thing for y'all. It's completely free. I've been working on this thing forever. It's a relocation guide. And when I tell you it's free, I mean, I don't need your name, your email, your phone number, nothing. All you're gonna do is scan this QR code right here. It takes you straight to a Google Drive where you can download it. And I don't get any of your info. I'm not gonna spam you with stuff. It's just something, you know, I wanted to do to create some more value for y'all when you're planning on making your move out here to Houston. As somebody that did it myself with my wife and kids back in 2018, you know, there's so much more involved in this than just like buying a house, right? And, you know, we uprooted our family. Again, our kids were 1 and 2, you know, our grandparents were upset, or their grandparents were upset, our parents. And you know, everyone has a different story, right? Is basically what I'm trying to say. And I try to be sensitive to that and understanding to that. And I really, you know, it's why I shoot these videos the way I do in these houses and try to do these map tours and give you as much value as I can up front. And that was another thought I had was, hey, well, I can also add this in here too as well. So anyway, I'm gonna pull it up probably right here somewhere. And then we'll kind of go through it real quick together. But you can see right here, basically the first few pages are just like table of contents, a little bit of stuff about me, about Making Houston Home, my company. There's me and Cassidy too. You can read about Cassidy. She's amazing. I've known Cassidy since she was in high school. She's been watching our babies since we moved here, since they were 1 and 2. And now we get to work together. So it's been great. And then I cover just a lot of the questions that I get when y'all reach out to me. So like climate, being from Southern California, everybody always asks me, you know, how's the weather? Is summer really that bad? You know, all that kind of stuff. Cost of living. And the cool part, like you just see right here, this is all interactive too. So I clicked on like the Space Center. So people always tell me, hey, we're coming out, we got a couple kids, what's some places we can go do? Space Center Houston is awesome. You can click on it right here in this guide. Takes you straight there. You can buy your tickets. There's parks nearby. You know, say you want to go rent some bikes or just go for a walk, all that stuff is right here. So everything you need, you can click on it, takes you straight to the websites. And I don't have, this isn't like a, what do those influencer people do? They have like little codes and stuff and they get commission if people click on their code. This isn't any of that. I don't get paid for none of this stuff. Just something I wanted to give you guys. Another cool part here, popular suburbs. So I put like the 8 top suburbs that people are moving to, and you can actually click on these as well and search homes right here. So wherever you want. So I just clicked on the Woodlands, for example. It takes me to these homes right here. These are all in the millions, way out of my budget. So you can go in here and you can filter this stuff down too. So like, for example, I just capped it at 600,000. You know, you can go in here and say, well, I want a 3-bedroom or a 4-bedroom with a pool, with whatever at this price point. You can search all the homes right here in all these most popular suburbs. So again, kind of getting around local hotspots, bars, museums. You got the Houston Rodeo every year, so that's super cool. If you're going to be out during that time frame, you got to check out the rodeo. More things to do. There's a wine tour. There's surfing down at the beaches. There's all kinds of stuff to do. So I really just wanted to put like a different array of things for people. This is what I just clicked on right now, is just a little wine tour in Plantersville, which is like 1.5 hours northwest of Houston. So a lot of people might be coming out for a week or 2 and they really want to experience that Houston lifestyle. This is going to help you do that. You know, places to eat, for example, most of these are going to be downtown. So like Papa's Bros is an amazing steakhouse. My wife and I have been there a couple times. We love it. So, you know, say you're coming out here and you want a nice dinner, click right there, Papa's Bros. You can make your reservations. This last page is just like contact info for me. So if you need help or you do need assistance, you can kind of just reach out to me at your own leisure, right? Like I said, I'm not getting any of your info. As you can see here, you can click on like my Instagram page, for example. And this is really just kind of like our lifestyle out here. So if you want to see kind of what I do, just sort of like day-to-day lifestyle out here in Houston, which we love it here, you can click on that right there, take you straight to my Instagram page. You can see all that stuff. But anyway, that's pretty much it. So again, click that QR code, takes you straight to the Google Drive, download it. I don't need your name, your phone number, email, nothing. That's just from me to you. And I really, really hope that that helps you when you're trying to make your move out here to Houston, or at least plan it, because I know there's a ton that goes into it. So there it is. Hopefully that helps you in some way. Other than that, I appreciate you guys. Actually, before I do that, click right here. So YouTube, if you're watching this still, I appreciate it. But YouTube's gonna say, hey, if you like this video, you might like this one as well. So click on that video before you go. But other than that, I appreciate you. God bless you. I'll see you on the next one.